Most kids have their comfort food staples, and with plant-based food, there's so many amazing ways to kick up flavor and nutrients, just up a notch or two, even when you're on the go. Here's some of my favorite recipes that can be handheld that are familiar, wicked delicious, and healthy for those little bodies. These are great, quick lunchtime foods that can even have older kids manage to make them themselves with a little bit of supervision. We're gonna start off with a loaded grilled cheese, and then I'll be joined by my friends' kids to assemble some quick pizzas, and then a decadent take on PB&J. Let's get started. All right, so in the morning when I'm packing lunch for my older daughter, I don't have much time to make, any kind of decadent meals, okay? But I do like to make a quick grilled cheese, and here's a great way to do it. I like to really add the veggies. I like to bump up the nutrition in there. So I start off with some whole grain breads. There's lots of great non-dairy cheese on the market, also with butters. So you wanna butter one side of the bread because this is gonna be the top part, okay? The bottom part of the bread. You can use a little bit of spray oil in the pan also. That helps them not burn, and it really adds to the comfort factor of these sandwiches. Make a couple of these. We're gonna assemble a couple here. So there are so many great plant-based options out there, and they function just like the real thing, okay? Especially when it comes to butter and cheeses. There are some tricks when it comes to melting cheese, which I'll show you in just a second here. So I wanna make sure I warm up the pan, all right? I have a couple components here to really bump up the nutrition. I have some avocado, okay? You wanna slice around the seed, you twist it, okay? And you're ready to use this. I slice it gently in my hand here, okay? And then I also have some tomato, okay? I'm gonna slice these in thin slices, get these ready to go. You can also add olives, any kind of plant-based meats also in here, which work really well. So let's go ahead and assemble. So I'm gonna start with the first one. I have a number of different cheeses here, all right? So we're gonna use a couple of them. All right, so I have some sliced cheese. I have a little bit of parmesan in there, vegan parm. I have some vegan cheddar here, okay? Then I'm gonna add some tomatoes on top of there. Let's finish it with a couple pieces of spinach also. Just kind of load on the greens, okay? And I'll load those on top. The same thing with the next assembly while this pan heats up. All right, this is a great opportunity to just load in the greens. If your kids are willing, definitely load in the greens. Okay, so we're gonna next add a little bit of avocado. I'm gonna take the back of that top piece, kind of spread out half of it. Super simple. It's certainly not glamorous, but it is absolutely delicious. Adds to the real creaminess of the sandwich, okay? And this is also going to hold the spinach in place. Okay, add a little bit of black pepper on there. A little pinch of salt. These are good to go. All right, let's get these in the pan. Make sure it's nice and hot. All right, perfect. Pan usually fits two. Always make sure you clean as you go. Makes it a lot easier. So as these are cooking, I'm just pressing them down. If you have a panini press, that is a great way to really highlight these also. I'm gonna flip those over gently. That's looking good. Toasted one side. Just pressing down to really help those cheeses melt. So a great little trick to melt plant-based cheese is to add a touch of water to the pan when you think that the bread is toasted just enough. Only needs about 2 minutes on each side. I'm gonna hit it with a splash of water, just a little bit on each side, and that's gonna give a little bit of steam. Gonna put the lid on. That's gonna give a little bit of steam to really melt that cheese. So I'm just gonna turn the heat off there, and this is ready to go. The cheese is melted. These are so delicious and so just packed with veggies, packed with flavor. You can add some basil in there also to make it more of like a caprese sandwich, which is quite nice. All right, so let's cut those up. It's a great lunch. If I'm packing a lunch, I'll wrap these in tin foil so they're good to go. Let's serve those up. These are so good. Lots of flavor going on in these. Add a toothpick so they don't fall apart. And there you have a decadent loaded grilled cheese with some tomatoes, some spinach. You can add some basil in there. You can even add a little bit of pesto. I have some avocado. 3 different kinds of vegan cheeses. These are delicious snacks for adults and the little ones as well. All right, so my neighbor friends just came over. We're gonna assemble some pizzas. This is a super quick meal that you can prepare during the week. You can prepare these during birthday parties when lots of kids are around, and they could really make it their own. We're gonna make lots of different toppings, and they're gonna assemble their own. We're gonna have some fun with this. So, you guys ready for this?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so there's lots of bases you can use. Rather than going out and getting some pizza dough, you can use English muffins, you can use toast, you can use tortillas, you can use pita bread. All work really, really well. We're gonna use English muffins for this one. This is one of my favorites because especially around with English muffins, you get some sauce on there and it really just fills in all those little cracks and crevices of the bread there. So we're gonna go ahead and just cut these up and get these kids assembling. This is a really nice little quick meal. As I mentioned, I love making these especially when I'm crunched for time. My kids love them. And if you have a little toaster, you can just throw them in a little toaster or an oven on about 400 degrees for, not even 10 minutes and they're done, okay? Let's get you two and you two, and I'm gonna make 2 as well, okay? So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna put a little sauce on ours. Any kind of sauce works, a pesto, any kind of tomato sauce. Here's the spoon, you can put a little sauce on each of yours. Okay, you guys, there's your spoon right there, bud. Okay, so I'm gonna prep lots of different veggies. I have some pineapple here. My kiddos love using a little bit of pineapple on there, add some nice sweetness. Pineapple and olives is actually a couple of my kids' favorites. And part of cooking with kids, it's just, having fun, making it, fun for them so they try new things, Let's get this pineapple up for them to put on their pizzas. And we have a couple different cheeses. There's a number of different great plant-based cheeses on the market. Right here I have a mozzarella style, a cheddar style, and then I have a parm style. I like having a different mix of cheeses. Really brings in a lot more different flavors to the pizzas. Okay, so I'm gonna assemble also, but we have a couple different ingredients. I have some olives also, which is really nice to have on hand. Really good healthy fats to be included. Olives are also great to really pack in those snack boxes for kids on the go. And the thing is once you have all these healthy, delicious ingredients, there's no going wrong, It's really all about just having fun, getting kids to try new things. Okay, do you guys want to put any olives on there? You can start putting some pineapple too if you're done with the sauce. You done with the sauce? All right, you want to put some pineapple and cheese. Here you go. I'm gonna also cut up a little bit of sausage. Who likes sausages? These are these plant-based sausage. Lots of them on the market. I love them on little pizzas. Added protein also. Look at all that cheese. That looks delicious. Did you see like baking? Yes, I do too. Well, I'm not really that good at baking, but I also enjoy baking. But these are really easy so you can bake. Let's put them on the tray so I can make it a little bit easier for you, okay? Let me put these on the tray so you guys can keep assembling, okay? All right, here, I'm gonna put yours on the tray, and then you can, I'm gonna put yours on the tray and you can keep on assembling right there, okay? There you go. You wanna keep assembling? You want some pineapple on there? All right, so I have a couple here. I'm gonna make these loaded up with veggies. So I love having a little bit of maybe mushrooms on it. Do you guys like mushrooms? Not really, you don't find a lot of kids that like mushrooms. You don't like mushrooms? I like mushrooms, so I'm gonna cut a little bit for myself on there. Just a little bit, since you guys don't want any, I'm gonna put them on mine. So I'm gonna add a little bit of cheese on mine. You guys got cheeses on yours? Those look good. You guys are doing a good job. And then we're gonna put these in the oven and we're gonna bake them until the cheese melts. Let's put these over here. You guys good to go? You happy with yours? Yeah, do you want some more cheese on yours or you're good? Do you want this one? Here, let's add a little bit of that cheese too. I'm gonna add a little bit of olives on mine. Get a little bit more cheese to cover those olives. Okay, now that we've made a mess, let's get those in the oven, okay? Can I get those in the oven now? You done? Or you wanna add a little bit more to that one? Oh, that looks so good. Okay, I'm gonna take them. We're gonna put these in the oven for about 8 to 10 minutes on 400 until the cheese melts, and then we're good to go and it's dinner time. Okay, so once these have cooled down a little bit, these were cooking for about 10 minutes at 400 degrees. We're gonna go ahead and serve those up to my little helpers. This one looks good. And then I have this one with the mushrooms on it is mine. So make sure they're obviously cooled down before you serve them. These are great, quick meals, as I mentioned. Let's dig in, what do you think? Yes, let's dig in, grab yours. That one's yours. Cheers. Cheers. A little bit. Oh, it's good. It's still pretty hot. Absolutely delicious. Thank you guys. Did you take a bite? Yeah?